What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Austin here, and this is a Cut Man podcast with Austin Cardish. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you for all the love and support so early in this journey for me. It means the world, and I'm excited to see what's come from it. But yeah, let's get into it. So, some of y'all may be wondering how I got the name for the podcast, and that comes from sitting in my new '78 Cutlass, and yeah, just doing that. Cut/man stands for Cutlass/man. So that's that. It's simple. But yeah, so what's in store for this podcast? I'm going to talk about everything from music to sports to everyday life and just trying to help people out too. Around the holidays, I know it's tough. Losing family members and all that. So I'm just trying to get on here and just talk for y'all and give you all something to do in the meantime. So with that being said, I'd like to get into it. And first of all, I'm just going to start with sports. And, I'm a Steelers fan, Ohio State fan, and all that. I just want to be different. Most of my family from Cincinnati, they're all Bengals fans, and they hate when I come around in my Steelers gear. But, yeah, man, I still got love for the teams in Cincinnati. And speaking of that, just the Bengals, man, they ended up losing to the Bills this past weekend. And man, I thought they were going to win because they needed it. And it's looking tough. I'm not going to lie. It's looking real tough for y'all right now. And there's still a path to the playoffs, but it's slim. And to be honest, you got T. Higgins. He's been concussed the last few weeks. And, man, I don't know. I'd shut him down for the season and just go all in for the draft, And my focus would be on getting Caleb Downs on the defensive end. Him and Sonny Styles, I think that can really shore up the Bengals defense and see what's to come from it. Make sure Burrow gets healthy. He's been dealing with so many injuries since signing his contract. It's unreal. And I know fans are frustrated, but, that's how Cincinnati sports goes. That with the Reds and them, man, they just missed on Kyle Schwarber. And $25 million away from possibly bringing the kid home, who's a Middletown Midi. So that sucked. But, shit happens. And I don't know. It's just like a plague in Cincinnati where the sports teams they do good and then they just suck. It's just how it is. So to be a Steelers fan and get out and just switch it up, that was a clutch move for me. I'm not gonna lie. And I watched them go to 3 Super Bowls. I'm sorry, win 2, and just favorite memories the game winner, Big Ben at Santonio Holmes in the back corner of the end zone for the win. That's such a memorable moment. But to see the Bengals go in 2021, I didn't really think they would. They overachieved, to be honest. But their fans loved it. And just seeing the joy, man, it just breaks my heart to see that the team's just letting them down. Just can't find an identity. And back in 2022, I think it was, I had mentioned they should have released T. Higgins, or not released him. What am I thinking? They should have traded T. Higgins, got a high draft pick or 2, drafted Jackson Smith and Jigba and went from there, because then it resets the contract for your offense. You got Chase, Burrow, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's even better than what they have now. And then you got to put the money on defense. Keeping Jesse Bates, which I said was a big part of the plan. You should have done that. And that could have ensured that the back half of the defense was stable at least. And you could have probably still got Jordan Battle, who I think he's got a lot of potential, but his coverage skills have been And y'all just got to learn to tackle. Y'all can't tackle anything. I can run past them. But, yeah, man, it just sucks seeing y'all do bad, but there's always next season, I guess. I guess y'all turn into the Cowboys now. But, man, I thought they were going to win. I thought they were going to potentially beat Baltimore, and then it came down to the final stretch, but that didn't happen. And they were doing really good until, Burrow threw back-to-back interceptions on back-to-back plays, which out of all the times Burrow could do it, it's this game. But, yeah, I can't even blame Burrow, though, because he was balling. And it's just a defense, man. And I don't even have anything to say about Zach Taylor. I know y'all hate the man. Y'all want him fired, which I can see why. He makes some boneheaded mistakes and whatnot. But, yeah, man, I feel for y'all. I do. Y'all still suck, but but yeah. I guess you could be the Browns. Shout out Hayden. I don't know why you're a Browns fan, man. You can come to the dark side. But yeah, the Steelers, man, they have so much potential and just lack every year, man. Like, we won't even use our tight ends. Pat Fryermuth's top 10 tight end, in my opinion. Won't use him. You know, we got Roman Wilson last year. They shut him down for Adam Thielen and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who's washed. So I hate that. And yeah, man, it's every year. And I don't honestly, I like having Rodgers because he makes some good plays, but then he makes some bad plays. And being 40-something years old is kind of crazy for a quarterback. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't see the season going much better than the previous years. Maybe we win a playoff game, doubtfully. But yeah, I say we lose the first round again if we make it, which we got an easier schedule the rest of the year. We got Baltimore one more time, Cleveland twice. We got Dolphins coming up on Monday Night Football, color rush jerseys, which, you know, my little brother's team, which I'm sure we're going to talk some shit about because they suck. He's always talking about Minka Fitzpatrick and this trade we just did, which I like Jalen Ramsey. He's made some big plays and he's given up some plays, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, then Ohio State loses. You got them losing to Indiana in a really tough defensive game. I just don't see how our offense did nothing. Like, you got Julian Sayin, Jeremiah Smith, you got Carnell Tate, you got Bo Jackson in the backfield who didn't do nothing. But I hate our right tackle. I don't even know who he is, but I hate him. Man was letting everybody run by him. Some preschoolers could run by him untouched. Yeah, it's crazy. But they're still in. They got a first-round bye and then go from there. But I think they can run the table if they figure it out on offense because their defense is elite, you know. We didn't let Indiana score on us a lot. And, yeah, it just came down to, like, a few possessions that we could have won the game. But we did beat Michigan. Assholes up north, you know. We can't stand them, but we ended up beating them. So Ryan Day's job's safe now, especially after the title last year. But, yeah, man. Sports is crazy this year. You don't know who's going to win. You don't know when they're going to win. You know, you don't know which players are going to play good. Like, I'm barely making it in fantasy football this year. Like, I drafted a good team too, so it's like, what the hell? But yeah, we'll see what happens the rest of the year. But I'm sorry, Bengals fans, it's probably over. And like I said, I truly believed y'all were going to beat Buffalo. I bet on it, lost some money, but yeah, it happens. There's always next year. Y'all need to go in as a year focused on rebuilding that defense a lot, like all levels. Linebackers can't tackle. Your defensive line can't get off the ball. Although Asai and Miles Murphy's been getting some pressure. You know, Trey Hendrickson's probably gone. Hate to say that for y'all. But, you know, he was hurt all this year, getting paid a lot of money. And he's going to probably look to go elsewhere. And he's 30-something years old. So I'm sure you can find someone else and go from there. Tight ends. Your tight ends are really good. Like I said, you got Burrow. Your O-line, I don't think your O-line is done as bad. It could have been worse like previous years, but y'all still got to figure that out. Mims is a dog. He's got a lot of reach, but can he stay healthy? That's the problem. He had problems in college with his legs. Let's see if they can keep him healthy and see what they can do on that end. But, yeah, your defense, ass. I'm sorry. McPherson's looked better, though. He struggled last year, so that's a plus. Y'all just got to build off the pluses. That's how you can do. I don't know. Maybe it's time to switch up something in the coaching staff. Maybe it is time to fire Zach Taylor and see what comes from it. But we'll see. We'll see. And other news, 44-year-old Phillip Rivers coming out of retirement to sign with the Colts practice squad. Like, who the hell let Phillip Rivers come out of retirement? Last time I checked, he was coaching football for his sons. And someone said, I think it was Pat McAfee, said here today that his oldest son is like a year younger than their center. It's like, how is that possible? The man's been playing since he was like 12 years old or something. But like Phillip Rivers, you couldn't have found anybody else. But But Phillip Rivers, it makes zero sense. I mean, at this point, we might as well go to retirement home. We got Aaron Rodgers who's 40 something, Phillip Rivers who's 40 something. You know, I just don't get it. I think there's still potential quarterbacks out there. You know, Riley Leonard they said looked good in that last game when Daniel Jones went down for season, and he's hurt. So it's like, what? I mean, maybe Phillip doesn't play like a starter. Maybe Riley plays and he shows out, and Phillip's just a backup option. But I just don't understand it. I mean, I'd rather have Peyton Manning come out of retirement for that, or Tom Brady, which I don't know how that works. But yeah, weird stuff going on in the NFL and sports in general. But I'm gonna continue with sports on this one. Bring up the UFC. Now that's where the fun is. You know, we had some really great fights this past weekend, and you know, Macy Barber, she's hot. She went crazy in her match back. Last time she, like in warm-ups, I guess, she ended up having like a seizure and left the arena, didn't fight. Fight was canceled. Everybody speculated that was something different, that she was ducking, but stuff happens, man. She came out there and she balled, you know. Took a good fight against Silva, who I'm not too familiar with, but she gave her a fight too. And Barber ended up winning. So there's that. Marab lost. I can't pronounce his last name. I don't think any of us can. But yeah, he lost to Peter Yan, surprisingly, which their first fight, Peter Yan actually did pretty good. And this fight, Peter Yan just put it on him, man. Like, he had an answer for everything. Marab's a real conditioned fighter and who loves to wrestle. Every time he'd take him down, Peter Yan bounced right back up and punched him in the face. And he just outboxed him, tore Marab up. And Marab was humble enough to not make any excuses after the fight, which, you know, Marab's a good dude, it seems like, just from the outside looking in. So I like him as a fighter. And I'm sure he'll bounce back and try to get his belt back, which, man, a trilogy fight? Oh, my God. I'm going to get the popcorn out and everything. But, yeah, that was great. Who else fought? There's a fight. What was his name? Pantoja, I think. Man, the champ come in against Van, who's the first fighter. Van ended up winning because Pantoja landed on his arm and his elbow broke. And it looked nasty. But that was round one. That was like first few minutes in the fight, so that sucked. Because that was a really good fight waiting to happen. And Van's first professional fighter, born in the 2000s, to win the belt. So congrats on that. And we'll see who he has to fight. But I'm sure Pantoja will get healthy again, and he'll come back, and he'll probably get the belt back, honestly. That's how much of a dog he is. I know Sean O'Malley's fighting like the third biggest card on the fight on the card in like January, which I don't know, because Sean, man, he puts on a show. Sugar Sean O'Malley. And I can't remember who's all on that card, but it's gonna be monsters. So, and then Dana White announced that there's gonna be a big UFC card, 4th of July, probably on the White House lawn. And there's so many big names trying to get in on that card, from Conor McGregor, Mike Chandler, to John Jones, to Tom Aspinall, everybody, man. So we'll see what 2026 has in store for UFC. And as someone who's became really a big fan here recently, I've been following it a lot. I know a lot of the fighters' names and, you know, how good they are. Ilia Topuria is one of my favorite right now. Just dude's a monster. Boxing, fighting, just anything. He's a monster, and he's going through some stuff right now that's personal, which it's probably going to make him a monster, make him even more deadly. So we'll see. But I am hoping Conor gets back in one more time, and because he's my all-time favorite, him and George St. Pierre. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, there's a lot of fights going to happen. It's just the UFC. It's going to happen. You're going to have a lot of fun watching it if you're into that. And yeah, go from there. But with that, I would like to just move my attention to my Super Bowl winner this year while we're still in sports. And everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I said at the beginning of the year, I'm sticking with it. I think the Chiefs are going to win it all. And everybody's probably like, oh, the Chiefs have sucked this year, and that rightfully so. And they just sucked against the Texans on offense. But I think you got so many weapons, and you got a head coach in Andy Reid, and you're going to figure it out eventually. And if you get a lower position in the playoffs, I feel like they're going to run the table and get better, get that momentum, and they're going to come out on top, and they're going to win it all, man. That's just my projection. And yeah, I'm sticking with it. And right now, I'd say put some money on it. Like last time I checked, putting $100 on it won you like $1,700 or something. So it's a big thing for only $100. So go for it. But I know y'all hate it, but I hate it too. The Chiefs suck. I can't stand them. Seems like every year they're in it, but I feel like they got that Patriot mentality right now. And not only that, just the vibe. It gives me those nightmares. Like, man, they're going to do it again, aren't they? Everybody's counting them out like they did the Patriots that year when Julian Edelman's like going viral for telling Brady, "You're old. You're too old. You're doing this." And yeah, they won. So it's like I think they're going to win it. As much as I hate to say it, I think they're going to win it. And if not, I hope Stafford gets another ring because he's a dog, man. He dealt with so much in Detroit, and to come out for his first year and beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl with Aaron Donald and them boys, man, I'd like to see him get another one, if anybody. But I watched a terrible, terrible game last night. It was a defensive game, but Jalen Hurts, let's just keep it a buck. He's ass. He's not no real quarterback. Man, threw the ball and the 4 interceptions last night and like 1 fumble. Like, who does that? Like, the man can't run. They won't let him run. I had him for 20 yards last night. He got 9 and threw 4 interceptions, 240 yards. Seems like his yards go up when he gets interceptions. It makes no sense. Sorry, Travis. He's ass. You need a new quarterback. And they won't run Saquon. Who don't run Saquon? Like, there's a lot of questions in the NFL these days. It's like, there's decisions. Like, I could probably make better decisions. I'm not going to lie. These coaches, they get too paranoid and caught up in analytics. Like a simple field goal to put points on the board, you're going for it and you're losing it. And then you're losing by 3 points in the game. It's like common sense, people. So yeah, there's that. And man, it's just something else every other day. But with that, I want to transition to music. Some of my favorite artists right now are the likes of NF, Rod Wave, Polo G. I've been listening to a little gospel music. I'm not gonna lie. There's some good ones out there, and I'm just trying to really repair my relationship with God and strengthen it as well. But yeah, NF, it just seems like they're all therapeutic. Like you turn them on, you're sitting there vibing, you're having a good time, and if you're feeling down, they bring your spirits up. So yeah. It's just like therapy music. Some people smoke, some people drink. Me, it's music. That's like my go-to. But yeah, they're doing good. I'm really into country music. Growing up around that, driving around in a car in Cincinnati, Ohio. You never want to get out of the car. You just want to keep going and just listening to music. So that was always fun. Yeah. I mean, Big X a plug. He's been making some country hits that are really good with Ella Langley, Jelly Roll, Bailey Zimmerman. That was really good. Him and Post Malone just did one that was really good too. So I like that. But now NF, if you're not hip to NF, everybody says his music's sad, but nah, his music's like therapy to us real fans at least. And he just dropped an album. It seems like he drops one every other year. Just takes the time and puts the work in, and they're just always good. That same thing with Rod Wave. They always dropping just everything. They can say the littlest things and make it sound really good. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's just crazy how many good songs. It's like they can't miss. Some of y'all may understand it, but they can't miss on a song. They don't make a bad one. It's like, at what point do you gotta like start expanding and people getting into you more. Like, you should not be able to hate these guys. They're all great. So, but yeah, I've been into those three. I've been finding randoms here and there. Man, just singing along, just having a good time, just makes life better sometimes. Jamming out. Maybe you want to go to bed and just throw a couple jams on. Go for it. Like I said, it's like therapy. You're going through a hard time, throw music on. Whether you're in the gym, throw music on. Feeling lonely, throw it on. It's going to make you feel better at the end of the day. So that's all that really matters. And yeah, I don't know. I do like MGK too. Shout out to MGK. He's got me through a lot in life. As someone who lost a lot of people in life, the lyrics, you got to listen to the lyrics and then focus on the lyrics one time, then listen to it again, focus on everything. Just let it, the way it sounds, just go for it. But yeah, music's been such a big part of life lately, and it's gonna continue. So, but yeah, in 2026, I got a lot in store. I got things I haven't told really many people about, so just be on the lookout for all this. But yeah, 2026 is about growth, just becoming a better man. That's what I want to do, but mentally, spiritually, physically. I do want to get in the gym more, work out, get all that situated. Like I said, repair my relationship with God. I've been reading Bible verses every night here recently, and just quotes, everything. I'm trying to do that. That's something my dad wanted me to do before he passed. He told my family he wanted us to get in church. So here soon I'm going to be looking to get in church and continue growing my relationship with God, And thankfully I got people in my corner who's cheering me on and want me to be good. So thank y'all. But yeah, man, 2026, we're coming. And I appreciate y'all coming along for the journey and just seeing where this goes. It might not do nothing, but just to be on here, get to talk with y'all and see where it goes is interesting. So, but yeah, the Cutlass, one day I was looking for a car when I was younger. It's like 2022, I want to say. I was looking for a car, my first car, and I kept looking, and then I took a few days off, and something randomly told me, hop on Facebook Marketplace. So I hop on there, and one of the first cars I ever seen on there was this 78 Cutlass. It's green. It's like I would say like an olive green. It's on my podcast profile picture, so y'all can look at that. But yeah, man, the Cutlass was one of the last cars my dad had when he passed, which I'm looking for it. I'm gonna try and get it here soon and see if I can buy it back and get it back in the family. So, but yeah, I just remember growing up, it seemed like my dad had a new car every month, from a classic truck to Cutlass. He had a Monte Carlo. I feel like he had all these cars. He just randomly just brought it back. And it's like, he'd pull up and it's like, where'd you get this at? He's like, I traded it. So just, being around cars with my dad, it wasn't a long time. It was like 7+ years. But, getting to see his joy for it, and then hopping on Marketplace, this is the first car. I thought it was a sign from God, so I took it. And, growing up, like I said, I lost a lot of people, including all my grandpas, my dad, so I didn't have that male figure in my life. And I didn't really get to work on cars with a lot of people. So 2026 is going to be growing there too. I want to be able to work on cars and see where that goes. See if I can better my knowledge of those. And yeah, I just want to grow, man. That's the ultimate goal. I got an opportunity that could be coming up next month, which I'm excited for. Hopefully it goes through. I'm building some stuff. I've been working on some stuff here this year, and I mean, it's a little done, but I don't like how the results came out, so I'm going to change it up and try and get the best results for everybody. But we're going to keep that hush hush. Um, yeah, for that and holidays, man, I hope y'all had great holidays from Thanksgiving, Halloween. I hope y'all's having amazing time preparing for Christmas. Just, enjoy it. Really enjoy the holidays. Appreciate the time with family and loved ones and friends. Enjoy the holidays. Soak it all up. Watch your movies, especially right now. That's something I need to do because I've only watched a couple, and last year I didn't get to. So, doing that, watching Christmas movies, getting back in the spirit of it. Thanksgiving was really nice. Ate a lot of food, had a good time. You know, Halloween was fun. We had a party. Then not many kids are coming around anymore, which sucks. So hopefully kids can start doing that more and getting back into the joy of every holiday. We also got New Year's coming up, which is always fun. So y'all just focus on enjoying holidays with family. You never know when someone's not going to be here anymore. So enjoy those. Hopefully y'all get what y'all want and understand the real meaning of the holidays. It's not always about gifts and what you might get or what you might do. It's about family time and celebrating it. Yeah, man, it's be grateful. A lot of people in this world, I feel like, are ungrateful and really don't enjoy life anymore, and it brings them down, and it brings others down too, because your energy is like it translates to other people. So stay positive. Don't overthink too many things and take it one day at a time. That's all you can do. Don't focus on tomorrow. You don't even know if you're going to be here tomorrow. So focus on what you can do and go from there. One step at a time. Build off of it. Grow. So, yeah, man. I know times get hard around this time too. Family members aren't here. You lose people. You grow apart from people. Shit happens. That's life. But what you gotta really do, appreciate the ones that are here. And if you ever lost anybody and you're having a hard time, I understand. Like I said, I lost all my grandpas, all my dad. I mean, it got to the point where, I was just tired of going to funerals. I stopped going. I missed so many funerals in life, and it's unreal. It happens. But yeah, if you've lost somebody and you're going through it, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't get easier for holidays. They say time heals, but truthfully, you don't ever heal from losing somebody. You just get used to the fact that they're not here. And how you grow is you find a reason to continue to live and, appreciate them. Cherish the memories that you do have. Do that, For me, as an example, with my dad, I've found a way just, I was in a hard time a couple times with this, but, what I did, I found a reason. My reason is to continue to grow because I know my dad's looking down on me and he's proud of what I became and what I'm going to become. I just got to keep fighting, keep working every day to grow as not just a man, but as a human being, With every step that I take, he's going to be there with me, him and God. So, yeah, really find your reason. Like, if your reason's making them happy, make them happy. Do everything you can in your power to make them happy. If you had to take care of your family, knowing that, they'd want you to do that, do that. Just, it's all right, man. You're going to have your good days and you're going to have your bad days just like everybody else. That's life. But it's how you live those days that matters. And, we're going to have our cloudy days and we're just going to have to smile through it, grind through it and see where it takes us. I'm sure it's not going to last forever, so don't think that. Life gets better. I promise you, life gets better and more positive, and God looks after you. I don't know how many times I've helped people out here recently where they're just down in the dumps, and I'm just trust God, because that's his way of building you up. He's got to put you in a spot that you're not comfortable with to help you grow, and yeah, It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing about life. It's like you're thinking, oh, it's the worst, it's the worst, it's the worst. And it could be worse. But God ain't gonna let you go out there and just, you know, not come back up. It's like a spring effect. You're gonna push down and then usually you're gonna spring back up and you're gonna be like, damn, I was bad, but this is good. So yeah, just stay positive. Try and live life. Wake up. Win. Do the little things to win in life. If you gotta get out of bed, force yourself to get out of bed, brush your teeth. That's a win. And then go from there. You get dressed, go outside, go for a walk. I don't know. Find something to build off of and grow. So do that. And like I said, family loves you. Family does love you. So reach out to them. If you need help, reach out to them. Tell them what's going on. Talk to them. I've got a lot of support in my corner, not only for life, but just everything I do. I got some supporters. And early on with the podcast here, just making Instagram, I've seen who supported me, and it's the ones I've always thought supported me. So that's a great feeling. And yeah, we're gonna see what's in store. But yeah, opportunities. Shit happens for a reason. Like I said, yeah, this new year, I'm sure y'all's gonna make your New Year's resolutions. Just keep it simple. Don't get anything out of hand, and control what you can control. Like me, like I said, I just want to grow. I want to strengthen my relationship with God. I just want to become a better person individually, treat others better. Try and really see what opportunities I can create with this new stuff I got coming on, the new opportunities I may have. I'm of course going to be extremely grateful if there's opportunities to come true. And man, there's so much potential. It's just thinking about it makes me happy. And just a few years ago, I wouldn't have been like that. And that's why I'm talking to y'all. But we're here. We're happy, healthy at least. Got a lot of potential growth on the horizon. So we'll see what that comes. And I'm gonna be on here talking about it when it does come through. But yeah, man, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. You wake up one day and you could be living the best life, and you could be living your worst life. But guess what? Everything's gonna work out as long as you trust God. And yeah, I want y'all to send me like certain Bible verses and stuff that y'all like. There's just one I've been like keep on repeat. I believe it's Isaiah 6:8. It's the Bible verse from the movie Fury, with the tank, and Shia LaBeouf goes on and talks about it in the movie Fury. And yeah, it's such a deep quote for me, or Bible verse, I should say, and it just hits the heart, man. So I'd like to know y'all's favorite Bible verses, so I can read them and better my relationship with God and grow like that. But yeah, that's something I'm really into right now, and we'll see where that comes. And I've even as far as went and thought about getting baptized this year, and that's a real possibility. So I'm gonna see how that works out. I want to do it back home, and so that way I can be surrounded by family and friends. And yeah, it's a big goal in life. But I also need churches. I'm sure Hayden, Tyler, I'm sure y'all's gonna be vouching for me to come to y'all's. So give me some suggestions, and we'll see where it goes. But yeah, man. And like I said, man, I'm just so thankful for the support of y'all. From them. Many of y'all may know, some of y'all may not. But me, Tyler, and Hayden, my buddies, we had our own podcast called Triple Crown Conversations Podcast. We had started a couple years ago, and we were having fun. We randomly do it everywhere, and just didn't know what was going to come from us, and we just have a good time and whatnot. But life happened. We had certain opportunities pop up that we had to take. They were too good to pass up. And yeah, we ended up growing from that and not having the time to do it. So that's why I'm here alone. But they've been so supportive, telling me to just go for it. And there's my boys. So anything y'all need, I got you. And I know vice versa. But yeah, this one's gonna be short since it's episode 1, and hopefully eventually I can start panning out and making these a little longer. But yeah, thank y'all, man. And I don't know if I'll have another one here before Christmas or whatnot, but we'll see. Maybe I will. And especially probably before New Year to help bring y'all in. But yeah, thanks for the support. Thanks for watching, and just, thanks for the love. I appreciate y'all. Austin out.